The road north keeps pulling us deeper into the story of West Africa, and today it leads us to Mbanza Congo, once the capital of the ancient Kongo Kingdom, a place where kings ruled and trade routes shaped empires. Here on our final day in mainland Angola, we wander through one of the oldest churches in West Africa, its stones carrying 6 centuries of memories. And inside a small museum, we trace the legacy of a kingdom that once stretched across borders. And here's how it went. Good morning, guys. It is the 28th day of our Trans-Africa trip here, and we are just packing up our truck after camping here in Luanda for the last couple days. We had the whole weekend to explore the city here and just relax, and it was nice to have a couple days where we didn't have to pack up and move our tent every day. But today we're going to be continuing our journey up the coast of Angola, and we're going to have a couple more days of bush camp. But yeah, heading out of Luanda, but it was awesome to see the capital city here, one of the biggest cities in Africa and one of the wealthiest. And again, we just have this beautiful skyline of Luanda that we're able to enjoy from the naval club here. So yeah, we're packing up the truck and we're going to be heading out here pretty soon in the late morning. We are probably 3/4 of the way to Nzito here, and Steve just pulled over the truck because he saw a chameleon crossing the road. So he captured the chameleon. We were able to see the chameleon a little bit, and yeah, I didn't know there were chameleons here in Angola. So anyways, we're probably, just like an hour or so left to Nzito. So yeah, let's keep driving. We have driven quite a ways north of Luanda here, and we actually ended up just driving right by Nzito, that little coastal town, and we didn't really have many stops today. We had a later start in the morning. The only stop was really to see that chameleon that Steve braked for in the middle of the road there, but we are somewhere in the bush tonight. We are bush camping again here in the middle of northern Angola, and this will be our last night in Angola because tomorrow we're going to make our final push in the north of Angola up to the DRC. And on our way, I think there's just one more stop that we're going to make tomorrow when we're going to stop in Mbanza Congo and check out one of the oldest churches here in West Africa. So going to set up camp here, and then tomorrow we'll have our last day in Angola. spent most of our morning here driving up to Mbanza Congo, which is going to be our last stop here in the country of Angola. We're just about 30 miles from the Congolese border, and this is the old kingdom of the Congo. So this is where the Kongo Kingdom was based for many, many years throughout the Middle Ages here. So a very significant city for a lot of the Congo Empire that we're going to be exploring more later, but it is in the country of Angola here. And so I think there's a small museum that's going to give us a little bit of the history of the Kongo Kingdom, but also here we have the oldest church in Western Africa right here. And it was built in the late 1400s by some of the Portuguese missionaries. So we're going to check out the old church and then check out the museum of Mbanza Congo. We have just entered the old cathedral here in Mbanza Congo, and this church was built in the late 1400s, and it was done in conjunction with the Congo kings. And right next to the church here we have the old cemetery where a few of the graves of the Congo kings reside. And then here you just have a couple of the old stone ruins, an old archway, but it's a very small old church here, but one of the oldest churches in the sub-Saharan Central Africa. And yeah, just incredible to see this really old cathedral structure here. So anyways, just across the street from here we have an old museum that has some artifacts from the old kingdom of the Congo. So let's head across the street, check out some of those old artifacts before we head into the actual country of the Congo. We have come just across the street from that old cathedral here, and we have the Museum of the Kings of Congo, which is the small modern looking building. It said it was renovated in 2007, and I think it's free entrance to go in and check out some of the artifacts of the king. And I think there's some artifacts from the old church in here as well. So let's head and check out the museum. So that was the little museum here in Mbanza Congo. Again, the old capital city of the Kongo Kingdom, which was a very vast kingdom here in central Western Africa. And the museum isn't too big. There's only about 5 rooms. They have a couple of old artifacts, but it's really interesting because they have the old king's robes, they have the old crown, the thorn, a portrait of him. And then you also have like the old plaque of the city and a couple artifacts that were from the Church of San Salvador that's just across the street there. So yeah, very interesting, and again, gets me excited because we're going to be heading to Congo today, and we'll be in both of the Congos the next couple weeks here. So to just start learning about the Kongo Kingdom has been really an interesting way to finish our time here in Angola as we continue heading north. So, and yeah, again, we are only about 30 miles from the border here, so we're going to be heading into the truck pretty soon here and doing our last few miles in Angola. But this has just been an incredible country. We've spent about 2 weeks here, crossing from the Namibia border and doing the southern part, and then in this video doing the northern part of the Pedras Negras, the Calendula Falls, checking out Luanda and the surroundings there, the city, and then just doing this last little bit heading to the northern part of Angola has just been amazing. This has been such a cool country, a place that I just did not know much about, so just learning so much and just so impressed with the landscapes here, the natural beauty of this country. And again, so much of the trip has just been the driving, but we're just driving through all of these insane landscapes, these beautiful mountain villages, and it's just been a really cool way to experience the country of Angola here. So, I should mention too that we are going to go back into Angola because there's a little enclave of Angola called the Cabinda Strip, but it's separated from this part of Angola by the DRC. So we're gonna go into the DRC for a couple days, and then we'll actually go back into Angola in a few days to see the Cabinda part of the country. So yeah, we're not quite done with Angola, but we're done with the mainland part here. That was just amazing, and one of the biggest countries here in Africa. So yeah, that's it. We'll be heading over to the DRC border in the next hour or so, so wish us luck with that border crossing, and I'll see you guys in the next video when we're checking out the Democratic Republic of Congo. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.